Hello guys and welcome back to another edition of my Manchester United save on Football Manager 2017. Now very quickly we'll go into this West Ham game just to show you what's happened since the last time. Anthony Martial scored 3 goals in the second half. We actually lost our first goal in the first minute, believe it or not, and I basically just almost cried. I was thinking, oh my god, we're going to get hammered here. Literally hammered. West Ham, sorry, bad pun, I know. But we came back and Zlatan scored twice, Pogba scored, and Martial scored 3 in the second half. Delighted with that, 6-2. Although I wasn't too happy with Rajkovic. Conceded a second goal, which was completely his fault, with Font scoring direct from a header, which Rajkovic sort of came out, missed it completely, and just didn't look confident at all. And then a few minutes earlier than that, what he'd done was he basically just bowled it out straight to the West Ham guy who shot wide. Not overly chuffed with his performance on this day, but we'll see how he goes in the future. The main news before we get into the Arsenal game, though, and believe it or not, 6-2 game wasn't the main news, is the transfers that are going to be happening come the start of the season. Now, I had talked about before about our need for a replacement for Zlatan, and I also talked, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I was looking for some more experience at the back because we've been leaking goals here and there, and I also thought European experience, what we're wanting to do is want to improve, and also it's not just about improving the actual team, it's about improving the long-term prospects of our youngsters. So if we can get someone in who is like legendary, that can train these guys up, tutor them, blah blah blah, you know the deal. We've got a few we've got a lot of young talent in the squad. I mean, you just need to look, we've got Tanner, Twinzabe, Fosu Mensah, Rashford, young Nishan there, Leo Connor, Gribbin, Angel Gomez. We've got all these guys, Rashawn Williams, and obviously T-Tai Chong is going to be coming back as well. So we've got all these guys who are coming along, and we're needing some more experienced players, especially when they like say Juan Mata, who's kicking up a right stink at the minute. He'll be leaving. I think Didier Drogba's retiring at the end of the season. Ronaldinho's retiring at the end of the season. Basically, there's a lot of more experienced players going, and you'll probably see from this screen here, Phil Jones is joining Bayern Munich as well. He basically kicked up a right fucking stink about not getting the game, and I just looked at him and I thought, you're not that good, mate. So Bayern Munich came in from 13.75 million. I was like, no problem, on you go, mate, see you later. However, Leonardo Bonucci, I should say, I better get that right before the start of the season now. He's agreed to join us, and I am so chuffed at that. I am absolutely so chuffed. 44.5 million we had to pay for him. But I mean, look, you just look at the guy, living legend. I mean, look how good he is. He will help the youngsters improve greatly, and plus he's world class. I think he'll do for another couple of seasons at the top level, at least. And then even after that, he's a one for training up the youngsters. Fantastic. I mean, average rating this season in the league 8.12. Can't argue with that. Also, we signed his teammate and centre-back partner, Giorgio Chiellini. Now, if ever you wanted someone to learn from, it's this dude. This dude's been there, done it all, just amazing. And a snip at 15.75 million. I just think, get a couple of years out of him in the first team, and the training that he'll give to the youngsters is going to be imperative for their development. I mean, just look at the guy. I mean, he's amazing. Plus, long throws is an ultimate bonus as well. We can get him taking the long throws. I think that it's a no-brainer for me. We did sign one more huge player, Antoine Griezmann. Wow, yeah, this was the big one I was telling you about, the replacement for Zlatan. Now he'll be coming in at a record of £79 million. Huge signing for us, I feel. Just he replaces Zlatan perfectly well. He's still got room to grow. He's only 26 years old. He's got loads of room to potentially grow these stats as well. I intend to be training him when we get started, and yeah, he's going to improve quite a lot, and he's going to help the youngsters improve up front. I can see him, once Zlatan, Drogba, Ronaldinho, and what's the boy's name? I can see it begins with an A. Adaris, that's the one. Once they all retire, this guy's going to be the one that will help Rashford develop in himself. Top quality player. I don't need to tell you guys about this guy. But I really think that he'll help Rashford improve as well. So that's the transfer news. Phil Jones obviously to Bayern Munich, 13.75 mil. No complaints about that. We're actually going for another youngster, Pinamonti. As I said, with these youngsters that I'm signing, they're not for necessarily our first team. They're for loaning out, training up, that kind of thing, and hopefully making profit on in the long term. We also tried to get Gianluigi Buffon, however, Juventus are not budging on this guy. I swear to God, this guy would, be the perfect goalkeeping coach in the future, and also he'd be a great tutor in the meantime for the youngsters. But Juventus just are not wanting to let this guy go. I offered like 25 million plus Mata plus Smalling. The guy wants to move to us, but Juventus will not let him go. So I need to have a rethink about what we could do with that score. So without further ado, Arsenal game coming up, big game in the league. Here's how the league stands at the moment. We are 9 points ahead of City, a further 4 points to Arsenal, and another one to Chelsea, another 2 to Tottenham, and then Liverpool just one behind that. Surprise package actually, Watford on 55 points. Just, they'll be thinking, a couple of wins here, we could get into Europe. So yeah, fair play to them. On you go, Watford. Not saying that's a bit of bias on terms of the SI, with Miles Jacobson, obviously a big Watford fan. Maybe not saying that they're overpowered, but Watford in real life compared to Watford in FM, big difference. Interesting to see that Everton are actually in 11th. Now, a lot of saves that I've seen so far, Everton have actually gone down. Now, that is a major contrast, obviously. I mean, without wanting to go into too much into SI and stuff like that, obviously the two people that started off the Championship Manager series, Paul and Oliver Collier, obviously they're big Everton fans. Interesting to see that Watford have kind of improved as, like St Miles has taken over, Everton have kind of decreased. It's kind of interesting to note that I'm saying that they're, biased, or they're adding certain things to players or anything like that. It's just interesting to note that, in a lot of saves that I've seen online, other YouTubers, etc., Everton have gone down the first season, which they never really look likely to do in real life. So I don't know whether there's something been put in the game whereby they've got a disadvantage or whatever. But yeah, it's interesting to see. But interesting that Palace are actually rock bottom. I didn't realise that until just now. They're actually rock bottom. That's again a bit strange. But yeah. Anyway, Arsenal game. Let's get right into the team news for the game, because it should prove to be an interesting game, and one that, with 7 games to go and we're 9 points clear, there's still all to play for. Well, here we are at the Arsenal game, and quick look at the teams. Arsenal in goals, Petr Cech. Back 4, Gibbs, Koscielny, Mustafi and Bellerin. Midfield 5 of Cazorla, El Neni, Walcott, Sanchez and Ozil, all behind Danny Welbeck. For the Red Devils tonight, we've got De Gea in nets, back four, Shaw, Twinzabe, Williams, Tanner, midfield quartet, Fosu Mensah, Pogba, Gribben and Gomez, and up top, Ibrahimovic and Rashford. So hopefully we'll get a decent result today. We are looking okay as far as league form goes, etc. But we'll just wait and see. Not taking anything for granted with this team at the moment, to be honest. They could go either way. It always seems to be the case that we get so far and then we'll lose a game randomly. But hopefully we'll be able to do something today. Actually, I've forgotten that we should be putting this back on extended highlights because there's only one game in this episode as Zlatan picks up an injury. So I think we'll make that a sub now, get him off because we'll need him for the rest of the season. So we'll bring on Adarith and we'll play him as a target man, attack, because that position suits him better. This is his chance now to really impress. So early sub, not too happy about that. As Carzola just misses, that's fine. So I said put on extended highlights just to give us a wee bit more action in the game. Here's Pogba. Oh Jesus, that's what you call 80 odd million pound of talent, isn't it? Just hoof it out as quickly as you can. Cheers, Paul. Seems to be that everything seems to be starting with an Arsenal free kick, and it seems to be that they've got men over, and that was just too easy. That was just too easy for them. Not a happy bunny at all. The amount of space that Bellerin had here was unbelievable. And then there's just no stopping that. So 1-0 Arsenal. Good old famous scoreline of the George Graham era. As De Gea stops it, that's fine. So can we have some play now, please? Hit forward to Adarith. Gomez. Nearly a good ball through, looking for Rashford. But Walcott comes away with it. Skims past Shaw. Plays it into Cazorla, and good save De Gea. Again, I've put David De Gea in nets again because I think, overall he's a better keeper than Rajkovic. However, obviously Rajkovic is a little bit younger, so he's got probably more in him, but we'll see how this goes. Just get it away, will you? Oh, for fuck's sake. Danny Welbeck slams the ball home. It's 2-0 and we're in tatters. Oh, it's just going to be one of those games, isn't it? It's okay. We're playing against Arsenal. They're a decent team, so I'm not overly concerned. We've got a lot of easier games, on paper certainly, to come in the next few weeks. I would have loved to win this game, just really to it's aggressive team talk. Show me something else. Get out there, do your job. Come on. I would have loved to see us beat Arsenal or even get a draw against them just to keep us ticking away at the top of the league, but evidently the players had other ideas. If it goes to 3, then there's some serious substitutions happening. But as it is, oh fuck, Rashawn Williams with the foul, and it's a penalty kick, and Danny Welbeck slams it home. Game over. So may as well take the advantage of getting some game time into Nishan I'll give O'Connor a game as well. And that's the only subs I can make, to be honest, because we made the first sub very early on. Wow, it's totally deflated. Absolutely, totally deflated. And Welbeck, fair enough for me, took the penalty. Well, very well actually, so no complaints with De Gea on that one, but still disappointing. Gribben hits a free kick miles over the bar. Just one goal back, you know, so show some fight. Show something. Some passion, you lazy bunch of arseholes. We should not, that's just too easy. Defence is going to pot completely. Bear in, good ball in, header down, volley, goal. Thing is, that's not rocket science to defend against. We just don't seem to be able to defend against it. Look, Shaw, that was dreadful. We're lucky we got a corner out of that. And Rashawn Williams fell in the other box this time. Yeah, it's not been the best of performances. Jesus. There's people going flying in all over the place here. And De Gea's kept it out, but losing 4-0 to Arsenal is appalling. I mean, the players are dead on their feet again. I think, again, it's probably my fault. I'll take the complete blame for this, for starting like Rashawn Williams, Twinzabe, Gribben, but I wonder how different it would have been if Brad stayed on the park, but we won't know that now. And I'm not making excuses. This has been a fucking dreadful performance. But at least looking on the positives again, we got game time into a lot of these youngsters. They'll learn a lot from this, and that in many ways is actually better. You lose a game against Arsenal when you're winning the league by 9 points. It's not that bad, to get game time into these guys. Oh, here we go. Zlatan's injury. Okay, I'll leave him at the physio. That's fine. 2 weeks. It's fine. Just send assistant to that. Can be bothered with that. Gomez, fitness concern. Okay. I'll give him a rest. He's been feeling fatigued, that's fine. So, we'll drop Angel Gomez out of the team for a few weeks to give him a breather. I'll put on Juan Mata, which probably a lot of people are saying I should have done in the first place, but hey, never mind. I'll drop Callum Gribben out. Drop Twinzabe and also drop Rashawn Williams. Where is he? Where's the dude I'm looking for? Chris Smallin, there we go. So, anyway guys, leave it there. The league situation is it's iffy. Let's have a look actually. Premier League fixtures. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll just play through until the Man City and Chelsea games have been played, and we'll see what their results are to see how we're doing. No, I don't want any of them. Oh, Andrea Pinamonti. Now he's the one that we want to sign for the future, that we can just basically loan out and sell on. Loan out, train up, and sell on eventually when he gets to 25-ish. That's fine. So here we go. Let's see, inbox, Premier League preview. Right, let's go. Let's see what the results were to determine our fate for the next game. Let's hope that Man City and Chelsea lose. It'd be really, really handy if they could. I'd be much appreciating if they lost it. It's the one thing I hate about these results. They don't come through. Oh, fuck off. Man City won 2-0. Oh. Right, what's the Chelsea score as well? Or have they played yet? I think they play in the later games, don't they? Williams gets wage hike. Okay, he's now on 6.25 grand a week. That's fine. Let's have a wee look at the Premier League. Yeah, so Man City are now on 6 to 8. Well, we don't really care about Chelsea or Tottenham because the main one was actually Man City. So they're now only 6 points behind with 6 games to go. Oh, shit. Getting a bit nervy here. So yeah, I think I'll play the Palace game off camera and come back to you with a double header, West Brom and Bournemouth. Hopefully that'll be a decent one because it's 2 home ties as well. So what I'll do is I'll leave it here, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.